So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and another rambles from me, weekly dose of what's going on in World of Tanks. So we have upcoming some insight into the next four premium stroke reward tanks that are coming into the game, all going through super test right now. So you got the T-44 lightweight, the ELC, the Panth Panzer, and the Carnarvon Action 10, all coming very, very shortly. Also some details about a mission for the Southeast Asian region, upcoming other changes before the end of the year, and lots of other good stuff. So let's get going. So thanks to the daily bounce, we've got details of the upcoming T-44 lightweight. This is the first Tier 8 Russian light tank, premium light tank. So basically it's a thinned down T-44 as a light tank, which is pretty good. So bear in mind this is super test only, so you know it may well change. It looks very much like the T-44. Armor wise, 90mm of frontal plate, quite well angled, 120 front of the turret. Gun mantle looks pretty mean, but you know it's designed to be a lightweight tank. 1,200 hit points, 85mm ZIS S53 gun, firing penetration with its 85mm with a standard round is 170, 210 with its premium APCR, 180 average damage. So in line with a lot of light tanks. Penetration value is a bit lower than you might otherwise expect. DPM is 1877. So again, what you expect with wargaming with light tanks. Reload time 5.75. This is all values with 100% crew, but no extras, no equipment or anything like that. Fire rate 10.4 rounds per minute. Aiming time is a very good 1.92, which is very un-Russian. And accuracy isn't awful, it's 0.33, which is also very good. Gun depression, however, is Russian, -5. And turret traverse 50 degrees per second is actually, oh, sorry, is that 50? Yeah, 50 degrees per second, which is actually pretty good. Top speed of 68, which is outstanding. It'll whiz around like crazy. Armor wise, yeah, we just saw 90mm on the front plate, 75 side, 40 rear. So well, actually potentially could be a side scraper against lower tier vehicles anyway. 120 on the turret is pretty mean, and 90 and 75. Weighs 31 tons, 750 horsepower engine, which is why it can do that whacking great speed. Power ratio is 23, nearly 24, which is very, very good. Concealment values, base concealment of nearly 30%, which is excellent. View range of 380 and comes with a 4-man crew. So we don't know when this thing's going to appear, but it's obviously in the final stages if it's going through super test now. So potentially before the end of the year, we shall have to see. So we also have details of the intriguing Carnarvon Action 10, or Action X if I want to wind people up. This is the upcoming Tier 8 British premium heavy tank, based on the Carnarvon, with a sort of, well, I guess it's almost like a Conqueror turret on it by the look of it, if you look at these pictures. So again, super test, don't know when this is coming, but they're working it through. He does look mean. Look at this thing. Very nice looking tank. Let's have another look. Yeah, I do like the British tanks, they always look good. Armor profile, let's have a look at that. Lots of spaced armor, well, these spaced armor plates like the Super Conqueror has, but the rest of the armor doesn't look too bad at all. Does not look too bad. Well, 1,500 hit points, uses the 20-pounder gun. Okay, so it doesn't use the 32 that the Conqueror currently does. That's a disappointment. That is a disappointment. However, penetration is extremely good. 226 with standard rounds, 258 with premium, and 42 with HE. 230 average damage. So it's a bit lackluster. but you're getting a DPM of 2,289. So this is obviously this is with 100% crew, but no equipment or anything else on it. So I guess you're going to get it up 2,700 DPM, something like that. But that alpha's a bit disappointing. Reload time is 5.6, rate of fire 10.6, aim time is 2.21, which is okay. And accuracy is a very, very good 0.30, so very accurate for a heavy tank. Gun depression also very good, -10 degrees, very nice. 28 degrees per second hull traverse and 37.5 degrees turret traverse, so that's pretty good. Top speed of 36 is a little on the downside, but it is a heavy. Terrain resistances don't look great either. Hull is 130. Let's have a look at the angling. Yeah, it's pretty well angled though, so that's pretty good. 130 well angled is okay. 50 at the side and 38 at the rear, so you're not going to do much side scraping, although those tracks are very, very big, so they may well eat a few shots. Turret is very, very good. 254 at the front, 152 at the side, and 95 at the rear is excellent. Weighs 65 tons, 950 horsepower engine, giving it a 14.62 power ratio, which is kind of like a medium tank. Almost, it's a slow medium rather than a fast medium. So concealment, nothing very much. 380 view range is pretty good, and it has a 4-man crew. So that looks interesting. That does look interesting, but disappointing that it only carries the 20 pounder gun instead of 32 pounder gun. I wish it had that. And here's the details of the Panzer 5, the awful Panth Panzer. This was originally a tier 6 German light tank, and was removed from the game. Can't remember why particularly. Had a lot of people who absolutely adored it. Other people who, like me, just didn't get on with it at all. It's coming back as a premium, although there's some suggestion, according to, this is again Daily Bounce, saying that some Russian sources are saying that it won't be sold as a premium vehicle, but it be some sort of reward vehicle. So don't know about that, we'll have to wait and see. But this is a tier 8 German light tank. Basically it's a Panther with a light turret on the top. It was always renowned in the game for being a superb ramming machine, because it's quite heavy and got quite a lot of armor for a light tank, or did have. At low tiers, it was extremely good at just ramming things to death, particularly other light tanks. Still got a reasonable amount of armor there. 85mm of angled front plate, only 50 at the front of the turret, however. As I say, it's a tier 8 light tank, 1100 hit points, only has a 75mm gun, which only has 2 shell types, APCR as standard and HE, so no premium by the look of it. But the penetration with the APCR is extremely good, 221, but only 165 damage. Shell velocity is very high, 1260 is very good indeed. Reload time of 4.6, giving it a DPM, base DPM with 100% crew and nothing else at the moment is 2,100, so very, very high DPM, as you would expect. 12.7 rounds per minute. Aim time is only 1.44, which is very good. Accuracy is also extremely good, of 0.288. So it kind of is weird. One of the reasons why Wargaming made lots of changes to the tier 10 light tanks was they didn't want light tanks that sniped, they said. But this thing looks like it's a light tank that snipes. With that gun accuracy and that penetration and that rate of fire, you can imagine it hiding at the back in some bush and putting down some depressingly accurate and damaging fire. And being APCR, the velocity of the shell is going to be very, very quick indeed. So -10 gun depression was very good. Chassis and turret traverse are very good as well, 44 and 45 degrees per second. Top speed is a whopping 60, which is excellent, and the ground resistances look very good as well. Hull armor, as we saw, 85, 50 and 40. Turret is only 50, 30, 30. It is a light tank after all. Not sure with that kind of weight, even going at that speed, whether you're going to be such a ramming machine. But hey, against other lights you probably will, because how much does this thing weigh? Can't find the weight. Can't find it. Oh well, never mind. Oh, here we go. Wait, 45 tons. Nothing special, but at that, I suppose 45 tons going at 60 kph, that's going to make some damage. 28 power ratio is very, very good. Concealment is not great, only 16.9, which isn't excellent, but view range is outstanding, 400 meters. Wow, very good. And it has a 5-man crew, so it's a big vehicle. So there you go, the WoT Panzer, Tier 8 Light German Premium. Don't know whether it's going to be sold or whether it's a reward tank of some sort, but it's being super tested. So as ever, numbers may change, but it looks interesting. So to round out the bunch of super test vehicles that are going through super test, yeah, you know what I mean. We've got the ELC 1190. This is a Tier 8 French light tank, as you might expect. Now this was actually produced as a pilot vehicle but never actually saw production, so at least it's not completely fake. And it is a weird looking beastie. Look at this. It looks like some sort of robot tank. Yeah, it looks like looks like someone's dog going for a walk. Again, super test values on a basically, so we with 100% crew, so we don't know whether they're going to change at all. But look at it; it's got no armor basically. Apparently, this will be the second smallest vehicle in the game. Don't know what the lowest or the smallest vehicle is. Is it the normal ELC, or it might actually be the Scorpion, the Tier 7 American light tank. Anyway, this is a Tier 8 French light tank, 900 hit points, 90mm gun, firing standard AP and APCR, 175 pen, 215 with its premium, 220 average damage in a 3-shot magazine. So it's a 90mm gun with a 3-shot magazine. Reload time is for each shell is 2.3, and for the magazine is 25.455, which is okay. Remember, that's 100% crew without any equipment. Not that you can put a rammer on an autoloader anyway. So you're getting 5.9 rounds per minute. Aiming time is 2.3. Damage per minute is 1,300. Accuracy is 0.36, which is nothing special. Gun depression is actually disappointing at -9. You would have thought with that kind of big turrety thing, I suppose, I don't know, you would have thought it'd be better than -9, but it isn't. It's -9. Chassis and hull traverse are pretty good, 45 and 48 degrees per second. Top speed is 70 kph. This thing is shit of a brick, and the ground resistances are outstanding. So it will move quickly. Armor is, well, it's nothing. 15, 10, 10, 15, 10, 10. So yeah, nothing. Only weighs nearly just under 7 tons. 160 horsepower engine, but 23.88 power ratio, so it will shift quickly. Concealment, look at that, 38.8. So this thing is going to be shit off a brick with a pretty good auto-loading gun, and it will hide really, really well. Nobody's going to love this tank, are they? 380 view range and a 3-man crew. So this thing looks absolutely awesome. Wow. That's going to be, it may look odd, but it's going to be really good fun to play. With those camo values, with that speed and that auto-loading gun, look out. It's going to be a killer out there. Anyway, let me know what you think about all those 4 upcoming, I was going to say premiums. We're not sure whether they're all premiums or premium stroke reward tanks that are being super tested. There's a couple of interesting ones for my liking in there. I like the look of this thing, the ELC, and I like the look of the British Heavy. One of the T44 lightweight looks good as well. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think down below as ever. So we know you guys in the US are all loaded. Yeah, of course you are. Well, it must be true. Because look at this deal that you can get from Black Friday. For Black Friday with Wargaming. Only available from the 23rd of November to the 27th. So, you know, you've got a couple of days yet to buy, to save your money. Now, what do you get? Black Friday bundle, the feast. Just for $909.99, 50% off. You basically get every single premium that Wargaming have ever released. Now you haven't got the, I don't think you've got anything really rare here. No, I can't see things like a Hype 59 or anything like that, but there's tanks that don't come up very often here. So you got the BT SV, that weirdly looking odd light tank that there is out there. The Crimpstar, no, that's in the tech tree. The A45, don't see that very often, that's up there. Lorraine, KV-122, basically pretty much everything apart from a Type 59 you can get through. They even give you the two versions of the SDG just for $900. 81 tanks. What scares me more about this, and that's apparently 50% off, what scares me more about this is the fact that I've got most of these tanks. In fact, I think I've got pretty much all these tanks. And if that's 50% off, I don't want to think how much money I've spent on this game. Oh shit. So as we know, the Deathstar, the FV215B183, is being swapped out in the next patch, 9.20, sorry, 9.21 even. We're still not entirely sure on timing of that, but sometime in December this patch will come in, probably towards maybe the second week of December. We'll see. But obviously when I find out, I'll let you guys know if you haven't already found out other routes. So what's happening with the swap out? Well, what will happen? So basically, if you own the Deathstar already and it is in your garage when the patch comes in, you will keep it as a special tier 10 vehicle, and that kind of works like a premium in that sense. So you can put any heavy tank, British heavy tank crew in there and train them to normal effect. But what will happen is the crew that you currently have in the Deathstar will be retrained for the Badger for free. And because the Badger has an extra crew member, which is really annoying, it has a radio operator, it will come, if you don't already have, well no, you won't already have one, it will come with a 100% trained radio man in there. But obviously if your Deathstar crew has already got a couple of skills, it's going to be rather let down by the radio man, particularly with Brothers in Arms, if it's got that, because you will need him to have Brothers in Arms to get the effect of Brothers in Arms across the rest of the crew. So either you're going to have to do a hell of a lot of hard work training, grinding him up, or you're going to have to use some gold to train him to 100% in the first skill, which is a little bit annoying. But by way of compensation, not only do you get the Deathstar as a premium, which obviously, as I say, you can put any British heavy crews into for free, the Deathstar will also get an extra 8 rounds. So it will go from 12 shells to 20 shells, which for those of you who have the Deathstar is a huge thing, particularly when you get into 3330 games, because as Shoot and Scoot loves to tell me, he runs out of ammunition all the time in 30v30s because there's just too many targets, and 12 shells, you can burn through them very quickly, especially if you're trying to fire from range, because the Deathstar is not the most accurate gun in the West. So anyway, that's what's happening. That's what you'll get. I'm excited to get the Badger. I think it's going to be well, we shall see on the next test server whether it's as good, but certainly on the first iteration of the test server it was evil with a capital Eve. So you'll be forgiven for thinking that once patch 9.21 comes in, that will be it for 2017 from World of Tanks, but apparently not. This is again the Daily Bounce, quoting a source, dom1n.com, good name Dom, saying there's a few surprises still to come this year. So there will be another sandbox test and a new customized tank customization system before the Christmas holidays, apparently. Now, the customization is something Wargaming have been talking about for some time. So the ability to make your tanks personal, to add some stuff, presumably in return for gold or what have you. So it's a way of Wargaming getting extra money off us. But hey, if people are interested, they've got the tank they particularly love and they want to make their I don't know, Panzer 1C look fantastic and stand out from the crowd, then let themselves do it. So the only thing that's not being allowed is to put pink camo on tanks. I'm saying nothing about that at all. So you know, that's cool. So there'll be a further 3D mechanism being added in 2018, which will allow you to add extra sort of bits of equipment. So some of the newer tanks have had sort of things like a bicycle strapped to the back and helmets and all that kind of stuff. So you'll be able to do that kind of stuff as well. They won't give any bonuses or advantages. They just look nice. So there you go. Winter maps are what they're going to test on the sandbox, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. So we've recently had the opportunity to test 12 new high definition maps, but none were set in the winter. So there you go. And also the advent calendar will be back. So if you remember last year, this was basically each day Wargaming revealed a new deal, which was everything from premium tanks, especially the rarer ones or less common ones, shall we say, and also deals on gold and premium time and all sorts of shenanigans. So every day was one different. You have 24 hours to buy it and then it's gone. So it was very popular, and apparently that's coming back this year, and I'm not surprised because there's a chance for them to sell stuff. And usually last couple of years they've had some rare or unusual tank or new premium come in. So it could be that one of those new premiums that's being tested in the supertest server may well come in the advent calendar. Don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. This is just speculation. But new sandbox, some degrees of but certainly camo customization, and the advent calendar, all to look forward to before the end of the year. So something different for the Southeast Asian server for a change. This doesn't happen very often. They have a special mission marathon coming through, the Alpine Tiger, which is a rare, well, it's only ever been available I think on the Chinese and Asian servers. Don't think it's ever been available anywhere else. It is a premium tier 8 heavy tank based on the Chinese WZ11111111 with the exterior design of a tiger. There you go. So from the 20th of November, so it's already underway, until the 9th of December, there's a different mission each day, which, you know, the routine. Basically, different missions give you a token when you complete them each day, and once you've got 22 of these, you get the tank for free. But of course, never fear, you can dip into your pockets and just buy the tokens if you so wish. And as always, these tokens are, or these missions are actually relatively straight. Well, some of them are always, it seems like some are easy, some are not. So first day was deal 5,000 damage in any random or grand battles using a tier 4 or above. Well, that's pretty easy to do. Next one was to destroy 10 enemy vehicles in any number of games. Again, relatively easy to do, but they do require you to play pretty much every day to get these, or to buy them. So you can miss a couple of days, but that's about it. So anyway, interesting. Nice to know that Southeast Asia gets some kind of, or sorry, I keep Southeast Asia, Asian region gets some kind of special tanks and special missions, because I think they're definitely the poor relations. If we think we all suffer because of the Russian, compared to the Russian server, it ain't nothing compared to the poor guys in Asia. They have to deal with crappy frame rates and a very, very limited input from Wargaming. So anyway, there you go. Nice marathon for them. Good on them. Wish I could get it. So thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful and interesting. If you did, please give it a like. If you didn't, please just say down below. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously. It's just a damn game after all, and I will see you again soon. This is GamerDom signing out.